I want to mark a significant political anniversary today. It's 50 years since the Whitlam Labor government was elected, an event that changed politics and this country forever. Those of you who were around at the time will never forget the 1972 campaign, the "It's Time" slogan and the momentum for change.
Authorised M. Young, Ainslie Avenue, Canberra, for the Australian Labor Party.
Yeah, a lot of famous faces in that iconic clip. And Gough Whitlam was promising to transform the nation.
Men and women of Australia, the decision we will make for our country on the 2nd of December is a choice between the past and the future.
Yeah, on this day, half a century ago, Labor came into government for the first time in 23 years, the first time since the wartime leadership of Ben Chifley.
Mr Whitlam has obviously won, and he's won a handsome victory.
I give you Gough Whitlam, the Prime Minister of Australia.
Look, as we know, even with another election victory in 1974, it all ended in tears and controversy for Whitlam less than 3 years after it began. Labor tends to glorify this period and deify Whitlam. Some of the achievements were historic and beneficial: the recognition of China, equal pay for women, ending conscription and our role in the Vietnam War, and the start of Aboriginal land rights. The left would list many more policies, some that might not have been in the best interests of the nation on reflection. But that's one of the great things about Whitlam, whether you agreed with his reforms or not. The point is that he implemented them. He had a plan and he went about implementing it. He didn't sit around studying opinion polls like modern politicians trying to find out what people wanted him to do. Instead of being led, Whitlam led. But of course, he did too much. He got too much wrong and his government fell into chaos. That's the downside. And when I reflect on the role of the Whitlam government, I see it as the central turning point for the worse in this country when it comes to the role of government, the expansion of government. It was in the mid-1970s when the Whitlam agenda saw government spending as a share of the economy jump by about a quarter, and it's stayed high ever since, jumping again lately because of pandemic spending. Before Whitlam, we were a small government nation. Since Whitlam, we've been a big government nation. And sadly, all the portents suggest we're going to stay that way. We need a Whitlamite figure who'll take us in the other direction, a political leader who'll devise a plan to reduce government spending, to get government out of our lives. I reckon it's time.